That's two.
Okay.
And again, I wanted, this is part of the process too, we can sure we're not gonna see
Part of the
anything.
recommendation, is there a law that we're trying to,
There was a Supreme Court ruling in 2015 that negated large portions of many sign codes, including what I would argue is ours, and so we just stand at risk of being challenged on it and having the whole thing thrown out. So it's not that the law changed, it's that the court has provided further direction as to what you should or should not have within it.
Point of clarification, I thought that early on the asterisks indicated that they would move forward because of compliance, that we didn't have to vote for them. And if that's...
It was just flagged as such, as a
Oh.
consideration that this is something regulatory in nature to
Oh.
be
Then I would,
considered.
yeah, then I would prioritize it if that's gonna be a big enough,
Okay.
you know, obviously, yeah, anything regulatory. I
The
would-
sign code. Trustee Amenta, I heard you say that was something you were in favor of. Correct. Trustee Maher, McKay, and Carpenter, you're on the list already. Trustee Bachhorst and
I
Trustee
mean, we have a lot
Warren.
of things that fall under that category of state or
Sure.
other interpretations or legislative changes that we need to change. So I'm not adverse to it, but I don't, it's
You
not,
would reject prior to this.
We should block.
Okay.
but
to
so,
lobby for it.
so is the legislative 14, is that both budget and two next to this, what you're saying?
I'm sorry, number 14.
Yeah, okay.
I just added complimentary ad hoc question mark. Could that be another ad hoc committee? I didn't change it, I probably won't change it, but just something of conversation to be had. Trustee McKay?
I would also support the combination of 9 and 12, the local housing and commercial market analysis.
Did you see some others too that I might have missed?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
9 and 12 are.
Yep, 9 and 12 are combined.
I would just say that I would support, if there's already consensus there, I would
Oh.
support that.
Okay.
I just want to make sure we're not double voting, because if we each had our own, our votes and we had said it, and now we're saying, oh, I'd also support that, rather than what Trustee Bachler said was, I'll take this one out.
And that's what I'm saying, is I would shift.
You shift it, okay, thank you.
I'd shift my support on medium to the regulatory issue of sign code, and then the housing market analysis, so that we can move forward with that.
So which are the two that you dropped off?
I don't know.
Number 13.
I just don't want to double
Don't
count.
worry, they're not gonna win.
Number 13 and
I don't know
16.
what the.
I have to make sure you say like it.
And don't take away
And sign
from
code.
13.
Okay,
Believe
four.
me, I don't want one of those.
They blow.
Both of them involve the level.
And again, these will will all be here. I just, if one has one X on it and you think this should be a 2X, if you put in the next grouping, let me know, because we want to include that for sure. Like the sign code was an important one, because that had one. Trustee Warren?
I mean, if we're saying that 16 is something that we're not including in the list, that we're just putting as a side note, then yes, I would support the sign code, the sign code initiative. But again, I think 16 is important to do if it's something that the school expresses an interest in moving forward. So, but again, it looks like we're pulling that off the list, so I would go to sign code.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that we were pulling relocation off the list, so I just want to have a dialogue about that to make sure
I think the discussion's important, including the civic engagement of having people voting and kids seeing that, but that's a whole different.
Right, I just think for prioritization, if we have to do it, we have to do it. I don't, but I think Rebecca and I are just recommending we have a few conversations first.
So would it be explore alternatives to Lake Bluff?
Yeah,
only?
like today, I missed the call.
If I said explore alternatives?
But I think your question is am I wasting my vote?
Right. I don't think it's a waste of vote now, but I think that's something to clarify before we have the next discussion.
Okay.
I
but
think
we'll
we all
definitely
would
keep it on.
explore that. They're suggesting to us, right? The school,
Yeah.
it's incumbent on them to ask us for a new location.
They didn't ask, they just communicated verbally, correct. So I like, what I am hearing is consensus amongst this entire group that, yes, it is a medium item, yes, we have to move forward with it, but you guys would like to free up your 2 slots to be able to move to other items, and I think that's a wise decision.
There you go. You got our vote back.
Just gave us some.
You already did it. You already did your vote. Sign.
Can I point something out? I mean, if each of us has 2 votes, that adds up to 14 if I'm not, if I can do my multiplication tables. And we're at 17.
These are just of the ones that had 2 or more votes, not one. So someone might have elected 1 vote for
Then it should be
example.
even less then, because we would not be counting the ones who had 1 vote.
Why don't you just list the medium projects and let us rank them? Because I think when we said them, we didn't say choose.
You guys, this is good enough. We're gonna have another round, okay?
Yes. So if you look at item number 9, 11, 13, 16 will kind of pull out, 14 and 10. Does that summarize our next list going forward? Again, knowing there'll be another opportunity to weigh in.
Well, I just want to say about 15, the community relations coordinator at the police department, I'm kind of assuming that that's going to go forward. I mean, that's a departmental initiative that I think the police chief is planning on doing.
Any budget request. It's a budget request.
So there's still time and resources there. I think, and I don't want to speak for the chief or Rebecca in terms of staff and budget.
Budget request?
My understanding, Chief, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was allocating 10 hours of an officer's time
No, he wants
to move forward.
No, you're asking for a new position, am I understanding this correct?
No, it was gonna be Lieutenant Levenfeld's time, but I think I put 10 to 15 hours a week.
10 to 15 hours, okay.
And if it was a successful program, that we would look to continue to add an additional person.
I mean, this is, if we have policy that we want to improve, inclusiveness and the feelings of safety of people in the village, that would be a policy that we would adopt, and this would be following in that policy. So, I mean, that's again, we have like very specific things that are not really policy decisions. But anyway, I just want to say, even though it's not making it on this list, it's still something that I think is in keeping with policy direction, and I would say all 7 of us feel that we want to ensure that Shorewood is a safe and inclusive place for people of all races, genders, persuasions, whatever, so.
I just need some direction from the group. Is that one we want to
I think it just goes forward to do it. There's not like an initiative for that. Or is he are we just saying, do we agree with that concept? Because I mean, Leventhal already showed up to the meeting, right? To the HRC meeting. So if it's not a new position, which I thought was in here, but it's not, then we're already doing it.
I guess the question for the chief is, will you not do it unless we vote to do it? I mean.
We're going to do it. Like as discussed before, it does take away from his patrol duties and his supervisory duties, so that's why I was put in there, just to, understand that if we continue to do these things, which I think are very, very important, it just takes away from something else if we were not to add someone. That's what we were asked to put in their hours, and that's what we put in for hours. So yes, he's going to do it. I think it's a very important, needed thing. I'm very supportive of it. We're going to do it regardless. It just takes away from something else.
Do you feel good about that? Okay, all right. Any other medium ones we need to make sure are captured here? Again, the others will be listed. I'll keep them on there, just these will be at the top and be asked to reprioritize, okay? Should we move to small? Sure. Okay. Be more variety here. So small. Number 19, which is develop recommendation for permanent permit process for vendors. That's addressing Atwater, specifically permit vendors. Number 20, conduct next steps with recent adopted purchasing policy. 2 there, again, just capturing the 2s and 3s. Initiate a fireside chat or town hall program. Combined with that was also the town hall and debt taxes school districts. I believe that was trustee Amanda's initiative, so that's together. And that's 3. And then assess uses, amenities, and signage in the green space along with Wilson Drive and other citizen committees and community groups at Wilson Drive review. That's number 25.
I'm sorry, trustee Bumpers?
I'd like to move my vote from number 21 to 26 to pet and bike safety. I just want to clarify, was this a recommendation of the pet and bike safety? So I didn't realize that. Thought that you came up with it? No, just kidding. Anyway, so I would vote. No, I'm joking.
Okay, great. I got that caption.
Here's a question, sorry. The yellow for the, what was the significance of that?
The significance of yellow was, again, as indicated as part of departments and staff, that this was something that was already in progress at some level. Some were in progress and needed approval to continue going forward, and some were continuing, can we continue doing it?
But I don't think it is in progress, is it? We developed a fee last year, but we didn't develop a permit system. We were gonna come back to it, but it wasn't, is it in progress?
Let me answer that one?
Yes, please.
All right. Parks Commission is just reviewing research on activities that they would like to propose for Atwater for 2019. So originally when I came to you as a board, I don't know, it was a year ago, it was going to be an open permit that would be accessible for anyone. What they're working on is almost a bidding process where they would determine, here are the services that we would like to propose in an RFP, get people to bid for those.
I thought that the direction of that was, the direction coming out of that meeting was, we were gonna work on updating the ordinance so the board could decide which uses we would allow and not allow on the beach.
Right, that's also part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have to update the ordinance too to allow for those activities to be present.
So the,
So maybe I put it this way, it's an ordinance update as well as an RFP.
right, and the ordinance update is not underway yet. That was the board direction, so.
It's part of the process, it's the same process.
Okay.
They're gonna be doing it simultaneously.
Does that clarify? Do we need to revise the initiative in any way to make sure it's
No,
captured?
I was just wondering
Okay.
why it's yellow.
Okay, so that's why it's yellow.
I mean, there's a difference between creating a permit process and between RFPing to get certain kinds of things out of.
I mean, you want the ordinance first, so we can tell you what uses we want there.
No, I mean, I'm not sure. It seems like the Parks Commission is kind of getting ahead of itself on that one.
That's my point.
I just also wanted to mention while I have the floor for the Wilson Drive review. I'm not sure the Parks Commission is the right place to put that.
Okay, where would you suggest it be?
Or village
Board, village board, okay. So is that pulling out as a separate initiative or village, Parks Commission and village?
No, I mean, Parks can be part of it, but
Okay,
I'm
I
sorry,
don't want to put it under the Parks Commission.
what item?
number
Wilson
25.
Drive review.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Is it review or the next
I think it's
step?
phase 2, isn't it?
You're not going.
It's review and planning
But it's
permits.
like, it's looking, yeah, it's everything,
Right?
it's comprehensive, everything.
Are you looking back? What are we looking
Who are you asking?
at? Are we just looking forward to the next phase? Like,
Well, we're
Review
looking at
is like-
phase 2 and we're looking at what the possible uses are for,
okay, so that's forward.
yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to do it going
Review,
backwards.
That's what I just wanted to clear. Thank you.
No, I don't think anyone wants to review.
I don't want to go back, no.
So just to clarify,
Yeah, for belongs.
Please,
does that still fit under number 25?
Nice.
And it's just Parks Commission, or Village Board and Parks Commission, this is a joint effort, or is it's separate
It's with the
initiative?
village board and with
Put it under the
input
board.
from
Whatever it is.
Okay, is that a Parks Commission? Okay. So I have number 19, 20, 23, 25, 26. Are there others, movement at all, or will we proceed with these 6 to be prioritized as the next step? I'm not hearing objections. So we'll,
Well, I mean, for number 22, I mean, I would expect that to come forward in our budget process as
It's
a
a small capital
proposed project. I mean, just because we're not talking, just
these
because
are
we're not
small
prioritizing it.
initiatives.
Just because we're not prioritizing it doesn't mean it's not something that we would support in a budget.
Just like a
So
light
if you need a door
sense,
lock,
sure.
Okay. So number 22, that's something that's gonna move forward regardless?
well, in the budget, we'll decide in the
In
budget.
budget?
What
Okay,
is our
move forward.
22?
Yeah,
Security doors.
22 is door security for village.
yeah, I'd propose that either way.
Right, right,
Okay.
but we don't have to put it on here.
Okay. It is a small initiative.
Trustee Maher?
18, the replacing the light fixtures and the two
Mhm.
sculptures, that's kind of like,
Budget request.
I don't see this.
I mean, the bigger item, which I have questions about, but the bigger
And those
item